All right, all right, all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Hallelujah.
Arms hurt so fucking bad doing that.
The boys are back in town.
Jesus Christ. I had that post held for like 3 minutes. It's just like, come on, just start already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. He's running the... next time, here's what we'll do, Thomas. I will give you control of the stream, and you just start it whenever you want to. And we'll be on
God
your
damn
time.
it, man.
We'll just go ahead and deputize you leader of the whole damn stream, since evidently what I'm doing doesn't work for Thomas. We'll just go ahead and let Thomas do it on his time.
Shut up!
Praise Lord Thomas. Praise Lord Thomas.
Oh, yeah. Not only that, you're talking to a Navy veteran who stood in that fucking pose for over an hour. So tell me about how bad it sucks to hold a salute. And I'll tell you how bad it sucks to do it in Chicago, fall time, in the middle of the freezing fucking rain for over an hour.
I'm not a Navy veteran, goddammit!
I know, that's why you can't bitch at me about holding a fucking salute. I was in the honor guard, motherfucker. That shit sucked.
He got you there.
But seriously, though, what people don't realize is that when you stand and with your legs locked like that, some people will lock their knees out. And have you ever seen those videos of people just passing the fuck out standing up?
Yeah.
You will cut the circulation off if you lock the bend of your knees fully extended. You'll cut the circulation off to your fucking brain that way, dude. And you'll pass out. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. And you just don't believe it until you see it happen. People just lose consciousness standing up. It's crazy.
Anyway, we're actually fucking here this time.
Hey.
Whoa, look at that. Crimson New Top has tipped $50 motherfucking dollars, y'all.
God fucking damn.
Holy
We just
shit.
got started.
Another one.
There you go. Look, man. Like I said before, it keeps these motherfuckers paid for being here. They got to put up with my shit, right? So these guys are sitting there in the chat waiting for this thing to get started. And I'm like, yeah, y'all, I'm like out getting breakfast. Sorry. Like, you know, these guys got it together.
Hardee's.
So, yeah, Hardee's. Hardee's nuts. Have you guys ever seen Idiocracy?
I don't think I have. I've heard of it, though.
Well, Carl's Jr. is featured in Idiocracy. It's like the fast food restaurant that's still around in that movie. And they're like the company that owns Hardee's. They're pretty much the exact same restaurant with a different name on the West Coast. But it's just really funny that that's the one they chose for Idiocracy. The movie's so fucking funny, and it's so close to not... When it came out, it was extreme parody, right? Now it's like, man, not too far off.
That's kind of accurate.
It's kind of getting a little on the nose now. Have you guys seen the Beavis and Butthead movie that came out here recently?
Yes.
I was thinking about watching that, but I never got around to it. I heard that people said it wasn't as good as Do America.
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Is this goddamn?
I think, like, generally topping that movie was already going to be difficult, but then
Yes.
doing it with the Beavis and Butthead comedy style, that's really a product of its era. That's really only going to be funny to a very specific audience.
Yeah,
it's
like people who have been following the show for a while, who are already used to that kind of thing.
Well,
Yeah.
they were the first reaction videos, though. Outside of Mystery Science Theater or whatever.
Yeah, true.
You know, they were the first, like, music video reaction channel.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean,
They were talking, this video sucks. Yeah. These guys are never going to score. No way.
yeah, they had that fucking revival in 2011, and that bombed hard because it's like people didn't know what the hell to do with them.
No, dude, it didn't. With the old
Well, I mean,
school
not in
fans,
quality, but like in fucking.
with the, maybe the ratings weren't as good, but with old
Yeah,
school
that's what I meant
fans,
there.
that shit was fucking fire, dude. The way that they made fun of Twilight was fucking hilarious. Did you see the episode where they saw these chicks and they were like, "There's only one way we can pick them up now," like we have to become werewolves or vampires or something, And there was this homeless dude in an alley just like tweaking out and howling at the moon, and they're like, "Oh shit, he's a werewolf," and they were like convinced him to bite them. And they had like hepatitis and all these diseases, and they were like all fucking dying, and they thought they were turning into werewolves.
Yeah.
So they were going
like-
up to these chicks, and they were just like, "Come on, and like coughing." So they had to go to the fucking hospital and shit, and had like a whole list of diseases.
That was like the first episode of that reboot, wasn't it? I think it was.
I'm not sure. There were several of those episodes. That were
I
so
like the one
fucking
though.
funny.
From that revival where it's like they're playing with the drones, and he was like, "Hey, look,
Oh, yeah.
this must be Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run some prostitutes."
Yeah, they're pretty funny, dude. Or the episode about he was like, "Sir, can I have your daughter's hand?" Because he didn't realize he was proposing. He thought it just meant, use your hand for a minute. It's like, come on, dude.
My favorite one though was when he had like the stigma, like Beavis drilled his hand into something.
Yeah.
And people thought he was like a cult leader. Look, his hands. He has a stigmata. From Lake Titicaca.
From Lake Titicaca. Yeah, that's funny as hell. Yes, DB Cooper, we are playing Village tonight. We will continue the Resident Evils until we get sick of it, I guess. Till we don't want to anymore.
We don't want to hurt us anymore.
Yeah.
Got a special challenge planned, or is this just like I'll play
Stop.
through it?
Nikki's the one who's gonna have to go through the challenges this time. I think it should be every time that I say a cuss word, she has to suffer some kind of consequence.
She's gonna fail that immediately.
She just yelled from the other room, "I will die."
Yeah.
Accurate.
I hope not. God, there were several. Dude, not the cockroaches. I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm trying to manifest that in my life, and fuck me for that. But the crickets were so bad, dude.
Really?
I'm talking about heinous.
I mean, I can understand some of the other flavors. Like, what was it? It's fucking sour cream and onion or some shit.
It wasn't the flavor, dude. There was really no flavor. It was the consistency was like sand.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Oh, dude. And it got stuck like in my teeth and like on my tongue. It wouldn't come off of my mouth at all. Like it just was there, and I just had to fucking suffer through it for the whole stream. I mean, I was brushing my teeth that night, just like, dear God, please,
Picking pieces out. Like, God damn it.
please, God. Yeah, it was not good. So, and the spicy shit wasn't too bad. Obviously, the alcohol challenges were very enjoyable for me.
What a surprise.
Yeah, surprise. I wanted to do something like have to hold like marshmallows in my mouth for the entire time, depending on how many times she screamed or something stupid. But it's just like all these challenges are either,
Physical torment, or there's just some way after the fact it's not over. Like, there's always some kind of residual shit that lingers after the stream and after the whole shit. It's hard to find.
Sometimes quite literally.
Yes, literally. But yeah,
It's like that one cough that won't go away,
Yeah.
which I had to deal with. I was sick last week, and I had to take like Advil pills or whatever, and that got rid of my sinuses, but I still got a little bit of a cough that just will not fucking leave.
It's all that Mongolian throat singing.
that Thomas does on the side.
Oh, sure.
Um,
Warning Page Gaming with $2. Top 3 worst movies that you've ever seen.
Oh shit! Top 3 worst movies that I have ever seen. Get Out was one of them, or not Get Out. What was the second? Jordan
Get
Peele.
In.
No, not Get In. It's the one where they had
Get
like
Out.
the shadow versions of everybody. There was like this. Yeah, I can't remember, but that was one of them because it was advertised as a completely different movie than it turned out.
Yeah.
I remember watching it and just being like, "What the fuck?"
The
It's really
one thing
disappointing.
the one movie that immediately came to mind when you said bad movie was I just screamed in my head. I screamed Juno, but that's literally about it. Juno
Yeah.
was such a fuck awful movie. It was
Dragon Ball Evolution.
yeah. Dragon Ball Evolution was abhorrently bad.
That was the worst. That's probably
What was-
the number one worst.
Actually, there's an M. Night Shyamalan movie that I really fucking hate.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No, not even that.
Us.
Not even,
Us is
that-
the name. Us is the name of that movie that I really just did not like.
okay.
Was not a fan of it.
Get Down, Crimson says.
Get down.
No, it was
I ain't gonna do this when I don't wanna dance.
movie about like these kids. They go to their grandparents' house. They assume that's their grandparents, but it turns out it's not really their grandparents. They're just some old weirdos that killed their grandparents, and they
The
shit
Visit?
in diapers. And yes, The Visit. That movie was so fucking awful, and I genuinely heard from my parents that they enjoyed watching that movie. And
What?
I just my respect went from that to like that at that moment. It's
I hated the end part of it where the kids are like rapping and whatever. Like, no.
the kid.
I can
could
tolerate
not
the rest of it,
stop
but that
rapping.
end part is like, no, I'm walking out of here. I'm fucking done with this.
Every it was like every 15 to 20 minutes, this little kid had to rap. It was.
I mean, when you have skills, you have skills. You know?
That wasn't really skills.
And some people just don't know when to quit. Ask Mini Lad.
Yeah.
You know?
Ooh.
Abuser or not. You know? He's just trucking along.
Yeah.
Dude, me and Nate were talking about that the other day, and we were just like, he was like, dude, people still recommend videos of his to the channel. Like, and I've said multiple times, we have purged the channel of everything of him, don't want to have anything to do with him. It's pretty much 100% solidified what the fuck this guy did. He admitted to it. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Please stop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, live action Death Note. I know people like to crap on that.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I stay away from, like, Dragon Ball Evolution really was a sign to me that just it's probably not going to happen for anime. I mean, and it's like, I guess video game adaptations are trying to get there.
Like with the Sonic movies.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get there, but like only because superhero movies proved that you can do everything that Hollywood wants to do with that premise.
Yeah.
And plus the Sonic movies have Jim Carrey.
But I saw a trailer, a fan-made trailer for The Last Ronin. It's a live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fucking thing, but it's like more like brutal, like adult, you know. Like there's this one series that came out back in the day. It was like Body Count, and Raphael is just like all the other turtles are dead, and he's the last one left, and he is just like pretty much the Punisher. Yeah, it's brutal as fuck. because he goes out and just massacres motherfuckers at that point. And I saw that there was The Last Ronin, and then somebody's making a like fan film of it, and I was like, holy shit, really? This is incredible, because you look at it and it's like CGI for the turtles and stuff, but they look like the Ninja Turtles. It's not like they're trying to recreate the wheel. Like they just made a really cool version of what they actually look like instead of trying to change them cosmetically, you know, to some extreme degree.
The Crimson Sand, they're supposedly making a new live action Death Note.
Really?
Another? Wait, wasn't there already a new Netflix Death Note thing?
Shorty.
There was, but Crimson Sand, they're supposedly making a new one.
Go lay down.
I know there was 2 movies at first, and then Netflix did their live action thing.
Yeah, Crimson. Is it going to be on Netflix, or will it be on something else?
Go lay down.
I was gonna say, is this the second thing, like the Netflix thing? Is that just coming out now, or is this like a third new thing? Because they're milking the fuck out of Death Note, if that's the case.
Yeah, why the fascination with Death Note? Like, where's that one coming from all of a sudden?
Well, Death Note is a big
level.
IP, dude.
Yeah, it's a very big IP.
It's one of the it's one of the most beloved fucking manga of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, of course, they've got the fucking rights to do it. I mean, shit, dude. People are gonna watch it. Maybe they're fucking idiots, but people watched the Cowboy Bebop shit too. There was a point before it came out where you were considered a bigot if you said anything negative about Cowboy Bebop live action shit. And I was like, really? Like, why does it have to be that? And why can't it be the track record of Netflix when it comes to this shit? Like, why are y'all making it about something else? Like, come on. But yeah, I was not hopeful. When I saw the first trailer for it, I was like, oh no. And I hate that because, like, the casting was fucking great. Like, the cast for that live action Cowboy Bebop shit looked like it could have been a banger. So
yeah, honestly, I liked what's his name, John Cho. I believe.
Yeah, dude, Harold and Kumar is my fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, he's a good actor, but yeah, I guess the direction.
So Crimson says it is coming to Netflix and it's being made by the creators of Stranger Things.
Huh.
The creators of Stranger Things are making it. Dude, I do like me some Stranger Things. I'm all about it. The first season, honestly, of Stranger Things was the worst for me. And I think this latest season 4 is probably my favorite out of all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just because of all the wild shit happening.
Well, that and the fact that there's a certain... I was waiting for this to happen, and in all of these fucking shows to this magnitude, I'm waiting for this shit to happen, dude. You can only have so much epic shit go on in one small town before everyone in the world takes notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, now that... Well, I don't know if you guys have watched it.
I've tried watching it. I've gotten to, like, halfway through the first season.
Yeah, if you get past the first season, dude, it's the worst, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's kind of like...
just sets the table.
Yeah. You ever watched BoJack Horseman?
I kind of refused watching it.
Yeah, people said, like, the first 3 episodes are terrible, but they said everything past that is, like, it just got exponentially better.
Well,
especially by, like,
this
the 5th season.
Very, very much world building. It's like, you know... I don't know anybody that's like, my favorite part of a D&D campaign is the beginning.
Yeah.
Rolling for shit and writing everything down. Like, nobody that I know is like, I love this part more than anything else, you know?
Well, Nikki likes character creation a lot.
Yeah, Nikki does like character creation a lot, but she's more in it for the cosmetics. I know plenty of people that love to spend time painting miniatures and shit. But literally the first season of Stranger Things is the board being set for the whole ship. Yeah. It's a long-term investment. It's long-term storytelling. It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with stuff like that so long as there's an actual payoff to it. Like, there's a lot of people that hate Attack on Titan, for example, which I can understand. But if you really look through, like, if you see everything that's been made so far and then you go back to, like, the first 2 seasons, it was very confusing and very weird because you didn't know. But now that you know all this shit from later, then all of a sudden, every single little thing is connected and it was all building up to this giant thing. That's interesting.
I love that shit. I love when that happens. And that's the kind of shit that happens in in wrestling. And that's one of the things that made fucking Dragon Ball Z so great. There were tropes that were continued throughout everything from Dragon Ball all the way up to Super now. But there were also, like, all of these big answered questions later on from Dragon Ball with, like, the Red Ribbon Army and all this other shit. Like, there's continuity to that that's fucking insane. In pro wrestling, there are storylines that just continue forever and ever. I mean, people love that shit. And I don't know what it is about, like, fucking... I don't know. Anime is pretty notorious for, like, having really, really good stuff that's just over.
Yeah.
I think anime may be the worst.
Honestly, yeah. It's done.
Yep. Did you love that? Came out 12 years ago, and there's never been a whisper about it since. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Who's the one that made it? Me. You're welcome. Who's the one to watch it? You. You're welcome.
Yeah. Am I ever going to do it again? Nope.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
For a lot of shows, I do always, like, think, hey, maybe you could make some more material out of this, but sometimes I really appreciate when a show can just fucking end.
Yeah, well, there's some, especially if they're just overly involved with, like, a relationship or one essential core problem that's solved. It's just like, what now, There's this show that Nikki and I watched. It's an Amazon Prime exclusive called Upload. And it was interesting, the first season was interesting, but like 2 or 3 maybe episodes into the second season, it's just like, nah, this should have been over. If it was over at season 1, it would be a really, really good, like, sci-fi rom-com kind of thing. Yeah. But in the way that things are now, they waited 2 years and then tried to do the second season, and it was just a catastrophe. I mean, I'm not even going to watch any more of it. They just started fucking everything up badly. And it's whenever they try to stretch shit, man. Like you said, when it's over, and that's okay. Like, write something else. Yeah. But, like, don't fuck up. Like Dexter. Did you ever watch that show?
I've watched, like, episodes of it, like, here and there.
Man, the first couple of seasons were sick, dude. It was, like, a really interesting concept, and it was well done. And then they just started trying all the tropes from other stuff that usually works. But it's like when you have something so, like, interesting and very unique, like, you start throwing stereotypes into it, and it fucks it up badly.
Yeah.
I mean, look at fucking like those long-running animated sitcoms like Simpsons and Family Guy have been going on for like fucking years now. It's like they should have ended a long time ago, but they just keep fucking milking more out of them, even though there's nothing left.
I think South Park,
especially
the
person
South
who plays
Park's
Marge.
Yeah, South Park.
She just talks all that, like, that's how Marge's voice actor sounds. I was like, please just retire.
Yeah. No, I agree. South Park is probably the one show that can kind of still do that right. Like, still exist for this fucking long and still be kind of funny still. The Simpsons should have ended like 200 seasons ago.
Yeah, I think that they had their run pretty much in the early 2000s. It was over.
Oh, yeah. It It went up to here, then it was Lisa Goes Gaga, and then it went...
Yeah, South Park has consistently stayed okay with, controversy, always relevant because they're centered around pop culture. And I don't know, man, that social satire is needed. It's needed for sure.
Oh, 100%. It's also, I've said it before, like how South Park, it's kind of turned into the issue of the week type of writing. But it's, you can see it as kind of bad, which sometimes I kind of do see that as bad. But if you're out of ideas at a certain point, you're gonna have to do something. So why not do the weekly issue type writing?
Yeah.
It says Sarah Williamson in the chat. It's like, a show is going downhill when it has its obligatory musical episode.
Yeah.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah. Dude, did you guys hear the fan theory about them being antidepressants?
I think we brought it up at some point.
That doesn't surprise me, to be honest, but I've never heard that.
Yeah, the two fairy godparents are actually antidepressants. And that at the end, like, he was able to come out of whatever it was that was causing him to be depressed, and he was able to come off of them, and that's why they disappeared.
Why can't a show about fairies just be a show about fairies doing magical shit?
Because Butch Hartman is an evangelist.
Get these damn European mythologies out of my life. We need ones about chopping down cherry trees, damn it.
Yeah. We don't want no goddamn fairy tales.
There's this guy in chat. Don't know if he'll be okay saying the name, but it says the guy named Gay Lumity Blossom Girly Boy says, "Love your YouTube channel, you rock." Well,
thanks.
Yes.
Very
also, Warning Page came in with another $1.
Hot Warning Page Gaming bringing it through, y'all. Switch.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, my brother. We appreciate it. DB Cooper has seen that theory. I am not alone. There are some interesting twists to fairy tales and fables and stories that I just don't get. Like, I don't understand why there has to be like sitcom twists on fairy tales and like classic stories. Those things always made me feel, if you're going to make these cheesy, awful daytime TV things, why do you gotta use these badass timeless stories to do that? You can make these stupid ass love stories without making it. Like, there was one when I was growing up that I think, is it Ron Perlman, who was the Beast on this old fucking soap opera of Beauty and the Beast? It was weird as hell, dude. It was weird as hell, but he had like this full on like beast mask thing. It was like, it was legitimately one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Let me see if I can find it, because that shit was wild, bro. This is like the movie Twins. I told Nikki about that. She didn't believe it exists. I had to show her proof.
Look, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
But like, to her defense, that does sound like some meme shit that doesn't even fucking exist. If you didn't know that Twins was a thing, you would think, all right, that shit's like some kind of fucking meme, or you just made that up to fuck with me. Right?
100%.
Crimson and DB Cooper know what you're talking about.
Yes, here it is. Yes, Ron Perlman. Yes, here it is, dude.
And Linda Hamilton.
Yep, 1987 to 1990. Beauty and the Beast is an American fantasy drama television series that aired on CBS from September 25th, 1987 to August 4th, 1990.
So
Jesus Christ.
So it was before the Disney movie came out.
Bro, we need the box set. We gotta have a hard copy. You can get it.
Do a Patreon reaction to that.
Oh shit! The complete series is $73. Son of a bitch! I do want that T-shirt though. Ron Perlman looks like a fucking G in this, dude.
I want that shirt. Why? Because Ron Perlman looks like a fucking G.
Because Ron Perlman looks like fucking Hercules in that thing, dude. Oh my god, dude. There's so many funny screenshots of this shit. Wow. React to it. I don't think I could. I think I would be so stoked about it and be laughing so hard for 10 minutes. And then after that, I'd be like, God, why did I fucking agree to this? I don't want to watch this anymore. I would literally hate myself for it.
Cleanse your palate afterwards with some Tromeo and Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you mean Romeo and Juliet?
Not Tromeo.
Dude, Nikki and I have a huge day. We've got a huge day ahead of us because not only are we doing the stream later, and not only do I have to go find Resident Evil Village, a physical copy, but we're watching Lord of the Rings 2 Towers.
Oh,
extended edition.
Hell yeah.
All 4 hours of it.
You gonna have the attention span for that?
Dude, you know this is probably like my 20-something time watching it full extended edition. Yeah, dude. I've seen it so many times and like...
You could dream that shit.
I could dream this shit, dude. I can tell you what happens like every single fucking step along the way.
Yeah.
Like...
He's got the Eye of Sauron as his third eye.
Dude, I have got a white handprint across my forehead, which you can't see because I'm already as white as Casper the fucking Ghost. But listen, it's going down. So because we've got to put that shit on Patreon and get through that and Star Wars because there's just so much that. Can you imagine the conversations that we're going to have at the end of the journey through The Lord of the Rings and Star Wars? I can't wait for Nikki to invest all the way from A New Hope to Revenge of the Sith and then watch Force Awakens.
Oh.
I can't wait for her to see The Last Jedi. Like, after watching all of that shit and then seeing the Disney ones, it's going to be an experience.
That's one way to put it, all right.
It's going to be an experience. Dude, I was playing... well, you were there for a little bit of it, both of you guys, when I was playing the fucking Blade and Sorcery with the Star Wars mods.
Yeah.
Dude, I have got to figure out how to make the AI on that shit better. They suck, dude. I was swinging the lightsaber one time, and it's like, dude, you have the ability to use the Force. You have your own lightsaber. I just murder these motherfuckers. And, like, if you play the base game, they're much more capable of defending themselves. It's like they get all this power, and they just don't know what to do or something. It's so weird.
Well, I only caught the Pokemon part of that, and I brought up the thing where it's like, if you're in like a particularly hard Pokemon battle, it's like after you win it, you just go up and just beat the shins off the guys with a baseball bat or something, just fucking jump past them. Like,
Well, dude, that was a fan-made thing. That VR game is not made by anybody but this group of people on Discord. And they just, they did some fucking major work on that. Because there's shit similar to that on like VR chat and everything. But you can't battle the trainers. You can't go around collecting your own. They don't randomly spawn in the world and things. Like, they've done some major work to that shit. Especially compared to where it was at like 6 months ago. They've gotten better and better with that. And I just can't wait till the final shit. Like, you can already go and like run around on that map with your friends. Like, we could all three jump into VR and be on that map together, you know.
Nice.
But where it'll go from here, I can only imagine, because they've been able to do some really sick shit. Hopefully the animations will get better and things will be a little bit smoother, but for what they've done, it's incredible.
Oh yeah, things are in VR. It's advancing very fucking rapidly. It's getting real good, goddamn good.
Yeah.
Sarah Williamson asks, "Can anyone explain to me why groups of guys in suits are going to see the new Minions movie?"
Why not?
Because people collectively decide to do random shit. I mean, that's pretty much all.
It's funny. That's why.
I don't understand memes anymore, man.
It just became an inside joke. That's all.
Yeah.
I just gave up after 2018. I just cannot keep up with the fucking memes anymore. It's just like, I don't even feel like memes. It's just like being an asshole in public. That's just it. It's not. There's no charm to it. It's just there's nothing.
But that's the thing with this whole Minions thing. It's like, all of these people are getting really mad and like banning people who are coming to a theater in a suit and tie. But it's like, you're getting all of these little Zoomer kids who would never spend a cent on a theater.
Yeah.
To all in mass go into a theater to watch the Minions movie for a joke.
What's wrong with that?
Let them support the theaters. Let them dress up in little suits. Who cares?
But but also at the same time, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Yeah. If that's what people want to do, they're not hurting anybody. That's where it comes to with me. Like, are you doing anything to hurt anybody? No. Yeah. Are you hurting yourself? No. Do it. Yeah, exactly. We encourage plenty of behavior that has serious consequences and that can definitely be bad for people. You know, we're told not to caution anyone away from intercourse. It seems like you should only encourage that, you know, but there can be serious life-altering repercussions from that, you know, but you're going to hate people and shame them for wearing a suit to a movie because them and their 13-year-old friends think it's funny. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
Crimson says it could be worse. They could bring back Tide Pods.
Right. That hurt people, right? That is stuff you should be like, you guys are morons. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
That totally makes sense to me. That totally makes sense to me.
Chemicals.
Yeah, don't do that. Like, you need those to wash your clothes with anyway, bro. Eat stuff that's not going to hurt you, but stupid, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, black licorice is awful. Not going to really hurt you for eating it, but you can be like, oh my God, look. It's like, yeah, you're an idiot eating black licorice. That shit sucks.
Yeah. The ones I hate, the most.
Black licorice, my guy.
The memes I hate the most are the ones where they just mess up public property. Just the ones where they mess up public property, like bathrooms and shit. Like, you fucking asshole. Think of the people who got to clean that shit up because of your dumbass nonsense.
No,
you're just deliberately breaking shit.
The ones that are the worst, dude, are the ones where they like randomly hit people.
Yeah, that too is just like,
that is the dumbest shit.
Or one I've seen this stupid recently where they just like rip their guy's pants. It's like, hey man, what's up? And they just rip their fucking pants. Like, why? Do you not realize how expensive pants are these days? God damn.
I mean, that is also kind of funny.
I like those because those are like mostly scripted. It's just some dude just walking up to another dude just ripping his pants off.
Here's the thing about memes, dude.
Rip my pants, I punk him in the fucking face.
The things about memes is like most of them are scripted. That's the most of them are scripted, and that's why I don't understand when shit gets like a strike or something, or something gets called into question in a video. It's like, do you not think that they planned this out with the camera rolling? You think this just happened like that? Come on, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
No. There would be charges. You know, you wouldn't be the one coming for that video. Somebody's lawyer would.
Also, Crimson New Type, do not give me ideas. I will send Chad a whole box of black licorice.
No. No.
That's your Resident Evil challenge right there.
No.
Every death is black licorice.
And Fringe Flicks asks, is it possible to win a fight against an alligator on land? Ask somebody in Florida.
Yes, easy.
I mean, probably way easier than in water, would be my guess.
It's piss easy to win a fight against an alligator. Are you kidding me? You know what we have today? Guns.
Yeah. Also, runs. I would be bolting. I would be out of there. Them motherfuckers are quick, but not against a human being running straight at full speed with a little bit of room. I mean,
We had guns and runs and stuns and puns and funs.
I'd be running with the runs, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, running with the runs. Dude, that'd be a good classic rock song. Running with the runs. Down, down, down.
Sarah
like
says
how-
no,
I like how we
Chad
both-
packs Chad a whole box of Swedish fish.
I like Swedish fish. That's fine by me.
I like
They're
how we
just-
both did Run with the Devil.
Oh, yeah. Running with the runs.
Running with the gators.
If it's the Swedish fish that I think they're talking about, that shit is revolting. You just open
No.
a can of that, you're gonna vomit.
No. Swedish fish is a candy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like Sour
thinking
Patch
of a
Kids without the sour powder.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking
Yeah.
of the literal Swedish. I think it was
Nah.
Swedish fish. It's like in a can, and you open it, and you
Nope.
immediately vomit.
No. No, thank you.
DB
Crocodile.
Cooper asks if anyone's seen the
Shorty,
old guy
get out.
video of an old guy pop a crocodile with a frying pan.
Go.
Crocodiles and alligators have thick skulls. Do you know what a shotgun shell is?
Go, Shorty.
A thick skull won't do anything against that.
Gosh. Shorty is in an interesting way. He is switched his medication, and now he's being a little biatch boy.
Ah.
Yeah. He's very whiny and attention seeking.
Needs to get
So not
used
that
to
much
it.
different.
Not much different, but more, it's like how he normally is with the volume turned way up.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
Well, dude, my dog barks at everything, man. Like, I have this little mixed dog named Santino. We call Tino for short. Sometimes call him Pea Stain. But he just barks at everybody coming into the driveway. Even when he sees us in plain view, he's just still barking at us. Like, asshole, we're already here.
Yeah. You know who we are. We're literally your people. Please chill. Yeah, Shorty just cries. It's like his way of getting your attention. He's like, I want food. I want love. Always. And like, he weighs 65 pounds, dude. But he wants me to hold him. Like, in my lap constantly.
And just cradle him like a little baby.
Yes, dude. And it's just like, bro, you weigh too much. I can't do this.
Do you not realize you're a literal whale?
Right. Union Jack, LOLO. Hello.
How's he going then?
Nanopolis. How do you feel about the Persona games coming to Xbox?
Good. Make it available on all the platforms that you can. But maybe
Haven't we been saying that forever?
You know Nino doesn't play Xbox?
But maybe, just maybe, consider using the PS2 version of Persona 3 instead of the PSP version.
Do you know what they did? Do you know what they did? They ported both portable versions. Golden was PS Vita, not PS2.
Yeah.
And Persona 3 Portable obviously was on the PSP. So the PS Vita and the PSP were both portable consoles. So they ported their portable versions of those games to modern consoles.
Atlas is such an infuriating company, I swear to God.
What? And then they're acting like, dude, they're marketing this shit like these games just came out.
Brand new 2022
They did the same
release.
thing with Persona 4 Arena. They're like, oh my god, this game. It's like, no, dude, that game's been out for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry people are just waking up to your product, but that doesn't mean you pretend like these games. And people have been asking for them to do this shit for like fucking
years.
15 years. You know, like, so instead of a pat on the back, it's more just like, fucking finally, guys.
Exactly. Finally caught up, huh?
God.
What was that one, that rage quit from Michael Jones? Is like, change the color and they'll keep playing because they're stupid.
Well, this just opens up the opportunity for a new generation of gamers to learn about one of these hidden gems in the JRPG genre, because as big as Persona is, you can't pretend like it's Final Fantasy.
Oh,
you know, it's not up there on the list yet of like the most known, biggest JRPGs, but it should be, and it could have been if it weren't locked to PlayStation consoles for so long.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Persona itself is a very well-respected franchise slash fucking side thing, whatever. But like 15 million copies worldwide for Persona versus the hundreds of millions that Final Fantasy and shit has. It's like comparing an ant to a fucking giant mountain.
Right, but if you compare the quality of the products, it's like
that's a quality fucking ant right there. That's a little golden ant.
You know.
Okay. Quick question: with the Persona series, do you have to play at the very beginning to understand anything, or can you just jump into any one like Final
None
Fantasy?
of them have anything to do with each other, really.
Okay. No, because I really want to play Persona 5, and I didn't know if I had to play the other ones first.
No.
Nope.
I would suggest 4 over 5, but that's personal preference.
Yeah. You can play literally any game of those in any order, really. So long as there isn't like with SMT, there's, for example, Digital Devil Saga. That's a whole different thing. But then there's Digital Devil Saga 2. You want to play 1 before 2, obviously. But if it has a different name or different number, doesn't matter. You can play it.
All the Persona games, except for like 2, there's a couple of the older ones that do correlate with each other, but like Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5, absolutely
all just separate stories.
All separate stories. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you have
oh shit! There's a new type with another 50.
Dropping it on them.
Christ.
Sorry, got to run. Got to drag myself to personal trainer appointment. You can do that, bro. You got to get it in. Thank you for the donation once again.
You can do that.
That's like what? $200 he's now donated to us.
I'm telling you, dude.
Because there was 100 from the last one, and then 100 for this one.
It's fucking insane, dude. We genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Well, you guys deserve it, man. Without a doubt. The mods are the men, except for Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa gets nothing.
But well, if she was on the podcast, she would. But she said she's not waking up this early. We can get over it. That's pretty much what she said.
That reminds me of a story at work. This happened a couple days ago. I was working Saturday at Papa John's, and the new guy we got there, Max, he's like prepping the stuffed crust and whatnot, and he places a dough down on the stuffed crust sheet. He's like, oh, you know what? He's acting like a fucking perfectionist. He's like, this is a perfect crust right here. I don't think I need any more training. And he stops like he knows I'm about to say something to him, because I always like to say something to him. And he's just like, just let me have this, Thomas. Please, just let me have this. I'm like, Max, I will never let you have anything. You deserve nothing. Just fucking with him.
God damn. It can always be a good situation at work if you're around the right people. I've noticed many times in my life when I'm at the shittiest job, it's like fucking the people that I get to work with can make that situation better, you know. If you can have fun with them, it's all about that. So, I mean, that's what's made some of my jobs some of the best. Like when I worked at a brick oven pizza restaurant, it was like some of the homies that I got to chill with at work made that shit so much better. Because I don't know how it is in Papa John's, but like at this brick oven pizza restaurant, dude, it got so hot because of that oven.
Oh.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
You couldn't
It
control
gets real hot at fucking. I imagine standing next to any kind of oven would be hot, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
Because at our ovens, we have them to like 485 there,
Mhm.
and it's just we have air conditioning there, but it doesn't really help too much. We have a giant fan in the back, but we never use it. I'm like, why don't we never bring out the giant fucking fan for this? Like, somebody just put that on like the one of the line trays and just have that shit blaring out, man. Like, why do I have to suffer this? But no, they just tell us wear khaki shorts. Like, I ain't wearing no goddamn khaki shorts.
Oh yeah, there's always some answer that doesn't like prevent you from having a heat stroke. It's like, oh, that's a great idea. You got one that's even better that helps me with the whole, I don't know, staying alive part. You know, surviving my fucking shift.
You got a suggestion? Does it make you sound like a fucking idiot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
You guys got any water so I don't melt away my entire body weight?
Nah, wear khakis. You'll be all right. You think I signed up for UPS? Come on.
You think I'm an Amazon worker?
Shit's crazy. But yeah, dude, it can be a pretty interesting situation when you're on a job and you and your friends are having a good time and you're still getting your work done, but then your boss comes through and because you're having a good time, you're obviously not working.
Yeah.
Have you had that shit where it's like, dude, we were sitting here doing our shit, but see, the thing is I can have a conversation and work at the same time. Isn't that crazy?
Some
well, all the jobs I've had, they've been mainly retail, but we've mostly just all had it, manager included. We're just like all just shooting the shit at sometimes, but most of the managers just like, okay, corporate's coming, we gotta fucking act like we're busy here. Usually my manager's been pretty cool about stuff.
Bro, I got a work story for you. This shit used to make me so angry. I worked for this lab, okay? I worked at this biorepository, and I worked there through a temp agency, right? So I wasn't technically hired by the company. But I did the same shit and worked right alongside the same people that actually were contracted by that lab and had a job with the lab. Well, they would have investors come in from like Tokyo and Sydney and all these other places. And whenever those people would show up, they would make us hide. They would be like, but not even just me as like a temp worker, but like even the people who were contracted by them to do this work, they would have us like go to the break room or take an early lunch because we're going to have like some of the investors walk through. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
They just have like a foxhole for it. It's like, quick, get in here.
I'm surprised they didn't do the little flute like Willy Wonka noise and have us go out through a tunnel or something. Like I was just, what the fuck is going on here? And then they would like, they would just like have these little things where they would, we're going to have a pizza party for you guys. If you got to stay outside though, because the mayor's coming through to tour the facility. And it's like, we were working on COVID research, bro.
I'm working on COVID research. I want some goddamn Hungry Howies.
Well, they would be like fucking, treating us like we were third graders when we were in the middle of a process that was one of the most important things going on in the country. Well, maybe even the world at the time, Jesus. It was insane, dude. It was so corporate cringe is a real thing, man.
We are Walmart.
Love that video. Oh my god.
Dude, Nikki can't stand We Are Walmart. She hates that more than anything, I think. From all the cringe videos, was that the worst for you? She said she thinks so.
I don't know what it is with cringe. I feed off of it. I love it. I don't cringe myself. I'm just like, yes.
You disgust me, dude. Honestly.
I know.
You disgust me.
I know.
Well, let's get this straight, Annapolis. No one will have a more war-hardened stomach for cringe than Moist Critical.
I think I can challenge him on that.
That man just ingests cringe on streams every goddamn day.
He just is an apathetic kind of guy.
Yeah.
He just does not care.
Yeah, pretty much just on medium.
He's just boredom 100% all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Just like the Johnny Hurt name.
Yeah.
I almost said Johnny Hurt and the Ever Depp trials.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is like the time Johnny Hurt fingered my booty hole and...
What's that? That's the Tom Green movie? Freddie Got Fingered?
Yes, dude. Oh my god, that is such a shit movie.
That movie has made me want a convertible LeBaron for since it came out. Like I want one of those cars so bad. And you know, I actually had a conversation with Tom Green. I called into his podcast and got through and talked to him, and he was such a dick. Like, he was a complete ass. Like, he accused me of being a liar. Like, I told him a story, and instead of being like, oh, okay, well, that wasn't that great of a story or whatever, he was just like, no, that's not true. Nobody does that. And I'm just like, no, bro, like, I'm telling you this is what went down. And he's like, that sounds like a made-up story to me. And I'm just like, why would I fucking make that up? Like, this is the lamest thing to make up.
Yeah, just being like a Howard Stern kind of asshole.
I started Tom Greening Tom Green.
Oh, dear.
I started being like, why is it made up, Tom? Why is it made up? Why is it made up, Tom? Why is it made up? Can you tell me why it's made up, Tom? Tell me.
Tell me, Tom. Tell me. Enlighten the audience.
Pissed off.
Yeah, he did. He hung up on me. But that's one of the most disappointing meeting your heroes scenarios that I've ever had, was talking to Tom Green and him just not being as funny and cool as I thought he would be. He sounded more like a fucking angry boomer than he did Tom Green. I was just like, whoa.
Well, I mean, that's the same way with Bill Nye, you know. It's like Bill Nye the Science Guy. You see him in the show, it's like, seems like this happy guy or whatever, but then you see him nowadays, he's just like this cynical fuck. It's like, eesh.
How did he go from Bill Nye to fucking Jordan Peterson?
I don't know.
Talk about somebody who went way off the fucking rails. That guy got addicted to opioids and then turned around and fucking lost his mind. He started talking shit about thick women, bro. Let me tell you something. If you want to make the world's men and women angry at you, start making fun of thick women. Because they're going to be a horde of men and women angry at you. Of all types. I mean, hell, even, you know, people of all kinds are going to be upset about that. But he did, like a dummy. He picked like a model and was like, you're not going to convince me that this is beautiful. And it's like, nobody has to convince you, Jordan Peterson. That woman is a model. You're telling me that you're able to be at the top of a fucking profession that requires you to be attractive? Literally the whole point of it. And somebody's going to need your approval before it. Like, there's done 100,000 people have decided before you. Shut the fuck. You know, nobody asked you, man. Yeah, well, I think because I'm a Canadian professor who sounds like Kermit the Frog, like...
I think, well, that's great. All these hundreds of thousands of people think this. Fuck you.
Gee, dude.
Actually, I have a degree in this field, eh?
Actually, you should, clean your room and, maybe
that would be the worst voice for those comments. It's like, actually, I am very well skilled in
See,
these
he did the
fields,
actually. He did the actually even. Yeah. See, that's what that he has to use the actually. We need to find fucking just a compilation of Jordan Peterson hitting the actually. I guarantee you there's a bunch of them. And that's where you got to rest the case. Whenever you hear the actually, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Just know, since we're live, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but just know in the comment section, if you hit me with the well actually, or just straight up actually, I'm actually not going to read anything else that you said.
Yeah, we are all going to ignore you.
We are going to ignore it.
Speaking of comments, Sarah Williamson says, if you had to be attractive to be popular and famous, we would have never had the awesomeness of Meatloaf.
I hate to say, but that's true.
Yeah.
Meatloaf.
Steely
but
Dan.
I don't know. He was attractive in his own way.
Yeah.
You know, no,
You see that red ribbony head?
Dude, you know what? Though towards the end, Meatloaf's social media presence was also.
Oh yeah.
He said some of the dumbest shit.
Mm.
It was just like, Meatloaf, please, dude. Like, nobody asked you for this. Seriously.
Just go back to singing Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Please, God.
Yeah.
But I remember every little thing that happened only yesterday.
He's got this one song. It's called, I think it's I'm Too Big for This Town or so. This town ain't big enough. Whoa. Or something like that. But there's one lyric in the song where he's like, I can hardly keep in my pants. And I was just like, Meatloaf, you're like nearly 70 or something. You're like 60-something years old. It's like, no, you definitely need to keep that thing. Yeah, keep that thing, man. Nobody wants that.
It says shriveled up bean out in the fucking yard somewhere.
Meatloaf's married. Fucking Meatloaf.
Yeah, he said, why you think they call me Meatloaf, bro? But, yeah, that shit was unbelievable. I think it was like 2015 or 16. So it wasn't like, you know, but it was still way past him saying some shit like that. Yo, but we've hit the hour mark, y'all. And I got shit to do. So we need to hop the fuck off here. But we did have an awesome podcast. Not only did we have some amazing donations, but we had some great conversations, you know. It was good to check in with you guys, you know.
Yeah. And just to bring up, this is our 10th podcast right now. We made it all the way to double digits.
10.
Hey.
And honestly, man, just like didn't expect to make it this far, man. Just like with all the recent shit going on,
didn't expect to still be alive.
You never know.
Just never had any people come into access to see this at all and shit, but. Now we got Crimson New type paying our paychecks and shit.
Yeah, dude, he's got y'all on payroll, so that's a good thing. Because I can't, so that definitely helps me not feel as bad about all the work that you guys do. Because it is a lot. These guys have to stick it out and deal with the streams and deal with all the bots and shit that come through. So it's pretty awesome.
And hopefully we get more people to watch this stuff later on in the future, just getting a bigger audience.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, y'all. Having a good time and hoping some people join in.
Last question from Louis Fruity: do you guys miss Filthy Frank, and if so, why?
Yes.
Yeah, I miss Filthy Frank because his humor was raw and unapologetic, and it's real comedy because it's obviously a fucking joke. And if people take that seriously, there's no hope for them. They should just give up on finding humor in anything. He was the kind of guy who followed in the footsteps of Tom Green, who we just talked about, Andy Kaufman. There's so many people who miss the social satire aspect of all this shit. Like Sacha Baron Cohen's a master at it. He was just a modern equivalent of all these great shock comedians that came before him who did things that were controversial at the time, but looking back on it, it just totally makes sense. And it was like they took it a step further, and shit like Jackass wouldn't have existed without Tom Green. You don't see shit like Filthy Frank without Jackass and stuff like that. I mean, it just is an evolution of the process. Unfortunately, he got deplatformed because that was not appreciated.
Well, he did start to get a little bit like in trouble with that, but I think he kind of left at the perfect time.
He had to.
Wasn't like health issues or something with his voice or something?
That, but also just like the changing of how content was perceived.
Oh, dude, he would have been banned a long time ago had he not left.
Yeah.
You know?
I still say you should show Nikki Human Ramen and Weeaboos. Those are my two favorite Frank videos.
Yeah, I definitely will. But I just feel like, you know, even at his most controversial, and that's something that comedy has lost, man. People, even in comedy, are getting to the point where they're really afraid to be controversial. It's like, that's when you do it. Not when you're discussing policy or when there's serious repercussions with it. You joke about shit because when we're making fun and making jokes about shit, that's when you don't read it in the fucking headlines and you've got to fucking rack your brain about the fact that all this horrific shit is going on. Like, 9/11 jokes are what they are because that, for a lot of people, is a moment that changed our entire fucking lives. Mm-hmm. That's where the humor comes in, because you need that to keep it from being this overwhelming dark cloud over your fucking head.
Yeah. But there's some things I don't understand about 9/11 censorship, like that SpongeBob episode where like Squidward tries to hide the fact that he likes Krabby Patties and he like tries to get the Krusty Krab late at night, and there's a bucket of gasoline above the door. They apparently got rid of that scene, and they still never air that, even though it has nothing to do with 9/11. But
I don't know about that, but I do know that I just
Pete
can't
see the correlation.
Lost his dad in the 9/11 attacks, and he makes 9/11 jokes. Why? Yeah. Because that helps him get over the tragedy of that situation, man. Humor is one of those ways that we've learned to cope with the uncopable.
Well, I learned something recently. I learned something recently with Lilo and Stitch, that one Disney movie. They apparently were going to have it near the end with like the spaceship flying and shit. They originally were going to have it be an airplane and going to the cities instead of being a spaceship in the mountains. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see the correlation with that. That I can understand.
I do. Yeah, I can see.
But the SpongeBob thing still makes no sense to me.
Yeah. No. And you know what doesn't make sense to me? Existence, life, in and of itself. Ponder these things as we enter a world of silence, and this podcast comes to an end.